Now you're looking at the title for this video thinking, God, Ronnie, this isn't exactly the most eloquent way of phrasing that statement, is it? But I'm here to argue that not only is it the most appropriate title, but it actually displays a level of tolerance on my part, given the current and past actions of this series, and the companies a part of and behind it. So Modern Warfare Remastered released alongside last year's highly and inarguably unsuccessful title Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare's announcement trailer was the most disliked on YouTube, and compared to Battlefield 1's announcement trailer, which was received very favourably by fans and others, strongly displayed how disgruntled and fed up the COD community were and are with the enhanced mechanics avenue the game has travelled down, Halo. But some people enjoyed the mechanics, sure. I can't argue otherwise without being intellectually dishonest. But the majority of present and past fans of the COD franchise did not enjoy the new direction, and instead wanted boots to the ground gameplay. Ask and thou shalt receive, right? Right. And wrong. Activision cooked up a plan for Infinite Warfare, wherein the highly renowned and loved title COD 4, the first foray into the world of sprint-based, fast-paced COD gameplay, would be remastered and bundled with Infinite Warfare at launch. Now fans reacted badly to this upon hearing the news. They would have to buy Infinite Warfare if they wanted to get COD 4, and many fans did not want that. Some opted to boycott the bundle until COD 4 was announced as a standalone. Activision claimed that this would never be released in that fashion, but everyone knew that that was total bullshit, as was proven so recently. So some paid the €80 for the game, 60 for Infinite Warfare and 20 for Modern Warfare Remastered, because waiting just didn't seem worth it. And in fact, I'm here to argue that there was no situation wherein the customer does not lose. With Infinite Warfare because it's a bad game, and Modern Warfare Remastered because it's been treated so poorly by the company and bastardized completely. No matter how you look at it, Activision wins monetarily, yet loses in terms of sheer street cred. They invited the older, disgruntled audience back into the fold just to display exactly the type of treatment the fans that stuck alongside the franchise have been receiving for years. Bad move. When the game released, myself and many others just downloaded COD 4 or Modern Warfare Remastered, as I should call it, as it barely resembles COD 4 anymore, and decided to show with our time spent in-game that Infinite Warfare was not better than the traditional COD formula. Modern Warfare Remastered was now a successful title that could not only play on the nostalgic heartstrings of past fans and entice new fans with its gameplay, but gave a good indication that the series could successfully transition back to a boots-on-the-ground style of game. The recent COD World War II announcement shows that perfectly. However, we have to remain skeptical of this franchise, as yet again, Activision are screwing over their fans. They're consistent as fuck in this regard, aren't they? Which is what worries me for the future of the COD franchise. So, a bit of background. Modern Warfare Remastered released with only 10 of its 16 base maps. Now, not a big deal for some, but a complete slap in the face for others. I didn't mind, as I only ever play these games casually, but it is definitely not a good idea or business model for a remaster. It's insulting. However, the remaining 6 maps released, and most people were happy to receive the game they remembered with all 16 maps, and played anyways. The extra maps that were in the original COD 4 at launch were of course free to download, and it seemed like this would be the business model for this remaster moving forward. Free content. Then, we were hit with the terrible news. Supply drops and depots for buying microtransaction based weapon skins, reticle sites, and get this, new weapons were coming to the game. What the fuck Activision and what the fuck Infinity Ward? You begin to regain some consumer trust after a series of poor business decisions made by shrewd businessmen throughout the years instead of decisions made by gamers for gamers, and you destroy that trust within a matter of months. Not only that, but you announce that the variety map pack is going to be €20. €20. This map pack contains the 4 DLC maps that were in COD 4, 2 of which by the way are terrible, but the entire point I'm making is that you are charging people for this DLC again. What the fuck? Think of it like this, lads. If you paid €80 for Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, you'll have to make it to the €100 mark just to get all the content. For people buying Modern Warfare Remastered separately, you'll have to pay an extra €20 to get all the maps, so €60 total. How does this make any sense if you're trying to do something for your fans? Activision think they're re-promoting this 2007 game, but you are only promoting your sheer greed and total incompetence in listening to your community in another decade of gaming. How can these developers and publishers be this stupid? 343 are on 343, they're on another level of stupid with their treatment of the Halo franchise, right? But the COD franchise should know better at this stage. There are multiple COD YouTubers with millions of subs whom, Whether you like it or not, Activision are spokespersons for your franchise, and they're people who expressed their fear that this could happen prior to your implementation and flat out told you that there would be a big fan backlash. Yet you still do it anyways. Your quarterly earnings are not more important than having a future for your franchise, and honestly, this is a trend amongst gaming companies and developers of recent. And when will they learn? When will they understand that it hurts their profits moving forward? COD led the way in this, so it really is old news. But it's one that's close to my heart because 343 have completely ruined the Halo franchise with this business model. It has neither the fan base nor the revenue to recover like COD can, and herein lies the solution to COD's problems. The revenue and fan base COD still has. These two facets are their saving graces, yet they cannot postulate a scenario where the fans are correct. This makes no sense to me. The fans of games are nearly always correct in their judgments of the games and in the recommendations they bring for the game moving forwards. Look at Battlefield's fans asking for a return to an older era of gameplay, and look how Battlefield 1 absolutely delivered in an incredible fashion to that fan base. How the Battlefield community has grown massively because of this decision. The point should be fucking obvious in this respect, which leads me to an even bigger issue about the gaming industry. The people who control it are not gamers. They're business people who will do anything to cash out and get some money. It's disgraceful really, because fans suffer and the people who pay their wages suffer and give rise to notoriety of the product in question. Now my question is, will COD World War II suffer the same bullshit? I think it will, to be honest. Now my brother is hell-bent on getting it, so I'm gonna have to game share it at some stage, but my god, honestly my god, how the fuck will they end up adding microtransactions and supply drops to a World War II title? Will the soldiers we play as trade packs of cigarettes for cross-sight reticles on their M1A1 carbines? Will gold teeth be taken from dead German soldiers with knives to be used to purchase clown costume outfits to wear in game? It's all gone to a level of complete ridiculousness that nobody out there should be happy with the game already. The gameplay looks beast, and I for one am happy that an M1 Garand, the world's first and most quintessential semi-automatic gas-operated rifle to grace the battlefield, is finally a decently balanced weapon that can hang with automatics in a video game. But I am not happy with the direction COD is still taking with its franchise. Invasive microtransactions are the worst. Some games do it well without giving the feeling that you aren't at a loss, or that you are at a loss if you don't purchase these microtransactions. For example, Battlefield's shortcut kits are an example of this. You pay €5 for all the assault kit weapons. You can easily unlock these through gameplay time, but for those that have no time, you can do it. And for those that argue, by the way, that there is never an instance where somebody can benefit off microtransactions, just stop. I know a guy that gets up at 6 AM, he works out, he gets on a train at 8, isn't work for 9 AM, works until 6 PM, gets a train at 6:30, gets home at 7:30 or 8, and has about 2 hours of free time before bed to eat, prepare meals for the next day, shower and relax. If he wants to play a game, he wants to get the full experience, and due to time constraints he can't. So he opts to buy these battle packs, and it makes sense, and people enjoying the base game, they're not at a disadvantage due to overall balance in dice-based games. However, developers like 343 Industries and Infinity Ward have microtransaction systems in their games that makes it so that you have to buy microtransactions to be on a level playing field. There are no progression systems in-game to earn your weapons, it's dumb luck, and the odds are not in your favour. They promote people playing endlessly, which artificially inflates the actual time played in-game, inflates concurrent player numbers due to gambling additions via these supply drops, and creates a toxic ecosystem wherein people play like bitches just to get more credits in-game for a chance, not a guarantee, to unlock a particular weapon skin, a reticle, etc. If these aforementioned systems are in place to the scale that they have been in previous titles in COD World War II, nothing will change with this franchise. The honeymoon phase of World War II will recede, and gamers will realise the clusterfuck they've bought. If treatment of a remaster akin to Modern Warfare Remastered appears in any other remaster for COD or any other franchise, expect a serious backlash from fans, and a boycott of the game itself. COD is the giant of gaming, we all know this to be true. It's diminished in years, but it is trying to regain its crown. If COD wants to deserve it, a new business model for their product has to be directed towards fulfilling gamers and treating them with respect. Otherwise, COD World War II will only prolong the fall of this franchise. It happened to Halo, Activision. It can totally happen to you. Thanks for listening, guys. Be sure to comment down below. The best comment gets highlighted in the next video, and I will see you next time. See ya.